Ready. All right. And welcome back to The Counselor. And I am your host, Sheldon Stovall. I always want to encourage you, if you are watching me or listening to this broadcast, to go to my YouTube channel, The Counselor, and subscribe. It's more important that you do subscribe because then we're going to know that you're still interested and you'll keep me sitting here. If you would like to be part of our program, you can call the show. The number is listed on our website under Contact Us. You can email me at promo@thecounselor.live. And more importantly, you can always go into one of my DMs, thecounselor.live on Facebook, and we'll definitely, you'll get in touch with one of my producers. All right, so today, I believe we have a caller waiting shortly, so we're going to just kind of cover the subject matter. And once again, I don't know everything, but if I can help you, I will connect you to someone who will. And we have a wonderful counselors network that isn't public, but I do have access to. And if you are looking to get some kind of counseling or therapy or want to learn more about speaking with a therapist and what the benefits are, you can always give us a call or contact us on the show, or even I found in my comment section, people are mentioning, that they've been looking for therapy. And once again, as I often say, there's a lot of these waiting lists. They have waiting lists for 3 to 6 months to get some of these therapists. So it's good that my show is going because it's going to at least give me an opportunity to get connected a little sooner than that. All right, so today we're going to talk about dementia versus Alzheimer's. And it's a big confusion that's often online and discussions where people think that they're pretty much the same thing. But what is dementia? So my understanding, dementia is a name of a group of symptoms that make it hard to remember, think clearly. Patients often have difficulty making decisions. And sometimes they have difficulty controlling their emotions. So it's important to note that dementia is not like a disease per se, and the occurrence of dementia symptoms are caused by various conditions. On the other hand, Alzheimer's disease is a neurological brain disorder, which causes problems with your memory. And it's important to note that a person can have Alzheimer's without experiencing symptoms of dementia. So that's just just a little description. What I want to do today before we get to our caller. Caller, are you there?
Yes,
Oh, hi. How are you today?
I'm good.
Okay, so we're going to get to you in a moment. I know that you would like to tell us your story and your experience, but I just want to kind of do a quick comparison chart of dementia versus Alzheimer's. All right, so bear with me, okay?
hmm
All right, so Alzheimer's, just kind of like a comparison chart. Um, as far as about Alzheimer's, what it is, going in more particular, it disrupts your normal brain functions that causes dementia. So the clarity in your memory sometimes varies, and even you might produce physical changes, like in the brain, which some parts of the brain might be shrinking a little bit. So and some parts might be widened. So that's kind of like we're kind of symptomatically and how it looks. Also, with dementia, it's not a specific disease, but rather like a term that refers to symptoms of mental or communication impairment found in a variety of brain conditions and diseases. So about 20% of dementia can be reversed. So it is, I don't want to say curable, but we can, science has come a long way with that. As far as the causes of Alzheimer's related dementia is not known. But they do have ideas that it could be in the genes. I'm not sure how that role might be, if it's major or minor, if it's hereditary. But it's not a normal part of an aging process, right? But dementia can be caused by a variety of illnesses. Some potentially are treatable. Others, like our Alzheimer's, are not. So there is like a clear, distinct difference And you can always kind of do your own research on that. You can Google that. But I do want to mention some of the causes of dementia. So just bear with me for a second, and I just want to talk about some of the symptoms, rather, that you'll recognize with both of these, which are more important, which is why our caller is on the line. So some of the symptoms of Alzheimer are memory loss. I don't know if people start noticing, family members, age is a factor, but they start forgetting, like calling you like a sibling or referring to you as someone else or asking you or misplacing items. I lost my keys. The keys been sitting in the same spot for 20 years on the same rack, and all of a sudden they can't find their keys. Or forgetting the names of places and objects. So, like, they don't remember where they were. Hey, mom, or hey, dad, where'd you go? I don't remember. It was that place. I can't remember that place. So you start hearing, these are some of the symptoms that you're going to start noticing. Repeating themselves regularly. So, because they can't remember that they just told you something. And sometimes they might ask you the same question several times. What's your name? Okay. And then, oh, yeah, that's right. And then, what's your name again? So you might hear that. Becoming less flexible and more hesitant to try new things. So that's when the term, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. No, just kidding. Becoming, they become more hesitant to learn, like about technology, for example. Like, oh, I don't want that, I don't want to learn that thing, that new phone, the gadget, things like that. That's just one of the stages. There's also a middle stage when the person is well and dealing with the disease. So, like, they're going to have an increased confusion or disorientation. So often they will be disoriented. They have repetitive, impulsive behaviors. You'll start having to do certain things for them every day, or they'll try to cook or feed the cat, that's been fed 15 times already. They'll just keep trying to feed the cat. They might become delusional, like believing things that are not true. Like, there's a ghost. There's a man living under my house. There's somebody living in my bathroom telling you, or leaving food out for people that aren't there. Disturbed sleep. They'll have mood changes. So there's quite a bit that goes on, that you're going to start noticing. And then some of the latter symptoms, like once they're well in, and if they're not being treated, these are some of the symptoms that you may need to notice and pay attention to, like difficulty in changing positions or moving around without assistance, considerable weight loss because they will forget that they need to eat, or some people eat too much food and put on a lot of weight, gradual loss of speech, and they'll have significant problems with short or long-term memory. All right. But there are treatments that you can do. And most importantly, you would need to refer to your doctor. All right. So that's just kind of like a brief little introduction. Our caller on the line, she got on my calendar. She just wanted to kind of talk about her experience with her mom. So we're going to be speaking with her right when we return.